Hello everyone, welcome to Xinhai's live house. Today I'm Amy, the assistant of this lab, and today's topic is innovative mineral processing technology and typical cases sharing. We have invited Mr. Eiko to share the technology for you. Okay, let's turn to Eiko.
Hello everyone, welcome to watch our living video streaming. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, almost all business travel to during the foreign countries, and foreign projects have been delayed, and we canceled some work plan. So most of the people are forced to stay work indoors. So now we decided to make some sharing of the technology online with our customers. This is the first time sharing about this innovative mineral processing technology. Okay. In our over 20 years history, Xinhai has serviced more than 2,000 mines, and Xinhai attaches great importance to technological innovation. Always think that there's no mines in the world are totally the same, and that's impossible to copy one process for another mine. We have been adhering to concept that we should choose the proper process and choose the optimal process and equipment so as to create the best benefit for our customers. Xinhai has 28 kinds of innovative mineral processing technologies, and just in gold mineral processing. Okay, every day we got a lot of inquiries on Facebook to ask about the solutions for alluvial gold, like sand gold, also like tin sand, the black sand, also zircon, and also like the tantalum and the niobium ores with the sand ore. And but most of these ore dressing process and equipment adopted have the problems that most of the coarse particles are recovered, and the technical scheme is to grasp the eyebrows, we can say coarse particles, and the beard, it means the final particles at the same time. Well, let's focus on the comprehensive recovery. So with their simple consideration of the gravity, they think gravity is a very simple process, and with this simple thinking, they think the gravity is simple. So of course, the simple thinking, simple process, and lead to the simple recovery. It means the low recovery. But in fact, if we can use the professional way and very comprehensive thinking of the design, we can use the gravity to reach a better benefit for the customer. Now I'm going to introduce some innovation in process of Xinhai. We have done, firstly, we will take a tin ore tailings recovery project for the sample, for the cases. Okay, firstly, for this project is the tailings ore, which has been mined for more than 30 years, with hundreds of millions of tons of reserves. Usually, it is only conceivable to recover the tin in it, but it's actually possible to comprehensively recover the tin, tungsten, zirconium, titanium, and monazite. Monazite, the rare earth minerals. In fact, many of the tin placer ore and the zircon placer, also the titanium aluminite, contains the monazite. Secondly, in such kind of project, we have to pay attention to the recovery of the fine particles. The recovery of useful minerals at fine particles level will greatly affect the resource valuation and economic benefit of the project. For example, most of the gold ore companies at home and abroad have recovered coarse green gold, but ignore the recovery of the fine green gold. Generally, most of them simply use rose charge and some other simple equipment. Imagine that a large amount of water had washed away the large particle size sand and some heavy materials. How can we imagine that? How can we expect that we can keep the fine gold after the big water flushing? Okay, for a project to make a success project, it's very important. Before we start the design is the metallurgical test work. The test work must be combined with the design. The possibility test and the design process plan and the equipment that may be used in this design and production shall be discussed and prepared in advance so as to do the test work with pertinence. As for the sand ore involved in the gravity separation, it is necessary to test the particle size screening and the distribution of the metal minerals in each grain size, which is an indispensable test date for the determination of the mineral processing process. If necessary, the product value of each grain size distribution can be calculated. And when we know the value of each particle size distribution, we can combine all these values and make a comprehensive consider and calculation when we do the design and make the plan for the test. Okay, here are the raw ore analysis results of the recoverable elements in raw ore. Here are two tables by which we can see different metals, different elements have different sharing of different particle distribution. So when we consider the gravity process, if we just consider one particle size or a very small particle size, like we say the coarse particle size, so we will lose all the metals and the valuable elements in other particle size. Here we want to show some tables from our laboratory for our customer. For example, this is the histogram of the particle size screening result of raw ore. By this histogram, we can see that with different particle size, with different fineness, the valuable and or we can say the recoverable metals or elements are very different. Also, for each kind of metals or elements in different particle description, the value is different. The grade also, okay, we can say the grade, simply understanding is the grade different. So sometimes we always have some customer, they come to us and say, sometimes I test my ore. It's grade like, for example, let's say gold, for example. Sometimes the test is 2, but after you grind it to find to a different fineness, you test it again and again, then we'll get the different grade. That's why we have to make the analysis of the particle size. Here is in same mine, same ore, but the elements of the different elements, but the elements grade in different particle size distribution very different.我怎么回去？往上翻，点过了。Okay, so with this test and analysis, we can get the table of value of products classified by grain size of raw ore. And on basis of this analysis and calculation, we can make suitable plan of process experiment and go search for a most economical processing plan for the project. Because the biggest economic recovery is the final target we are searching for the project. Okay, here is the gravity flow chart for the process, which we use, but this process not including the separate of the tin and tungsten and zirconium monazite. With this process, we just firstly we consider to recover all of these valuable or recoverable materials together to the same concentrate. Later, maybe we can sell it directly because there are some customers they buy this kind of heavy sand, black sand, always say. Also, if we want to separate it in the concentrate, because all these elements grade has been upgraded, we can go to further processing to separate each of them. We know that gravity separation is based on the specific gravity difference of between useful minerals and organic minerals, which can be divided into the following four categories according to the gravity formed by specific gravity and grain size. The first kind is the specific gravity is large, and while the particle size is large too. The second kind is the specific gravity is small, but while the particle size also small. The third kind is the specific gravity is large, but the particle size is small. And the fourth kind is the specific gravity is small, while the particle size is large. Obviously, the gravity of the first kind of the ore is certainly large and is easier to be sorted by gravity. The second kind of gravity is certainly small and is obviously easy to remove the new tailings from the mine. However, the third and fourth kind of gravity may be the same. If the influence of the particle size on gravity is eliminated, it's difficult to be separated by specific gravity difference, especially because the mine belongs to the tailings has been selected. The content of the useful minerals in the coarse particle is less. Most of the useful minerals are contained in the fine particles. But for the gravity of the fine particles itself, the gravity of the fine particle is low, and the effect of gravity separation is poor. This is an innovation process of gravity, which we design considers the value materials sharing in different particles distribution of raw ore. So when we do the design for the gravity, we have to know the specific gravity of each element and the comprehensive gravity which formed by the specific and particle size. In some countries, such as Peru and South America, South American countries, they have a lot of alluvial gold, placed gold. This kind of gold ore contains a lot of particulate gold, and the grain size distribution of particulate gold is more extensive. So, for this kind of minerals and the gold ore, we have to consider to use the innovative design of the gravity process, not use the simple thinking and the simple design, just one shaking table, one concentrator. That's not reasonable. Okay, here we share two typical processing for the lateritic gold processing. And the gold that done in some countries, in some area, because in the local policy, they are not allowed to use the reagent for the recovery of the gold. So we have to only consider the gravity. And during this situation, we have to think and we have to make the best design for the gravity to reach our highest, the recovery that we can reach to. Okay, by this process we can see that all of this flow of the process, we use the multi-stage gravity separation. We use the shaking table, and we use in the roughing process also we use the shaking table, in the medium process, and also we use different types of gravity equipment to combine the work together with shaking tables. Consider the gravity, specific gravity of the ore, and also the particle size. Okay, this one is a flash flotation for simple gold deposit. This is just a one-stage grinding. Generally, for the flotation, we don't have so high requirement about the grinding like we required for the CR plant. But also, this is more suitable for the ore, which is easier to be grinded. In this process, we use one-stage grinding, but we use multi-stage for the flotation. Okay, this one is the flash flotation for simple gold deposit, but with two-stage grinding. And this two-stage grinding, not in the continuous grinding. We put the grinding in different stage of the flotation. The first grinding is before all the flotation process, but the second grinding is after the first flash flotation. With this design, we can save a lot of cost for the grinding production. Okay, this one is one of the innovative mineral processing process for mixed gold deposit, easy and both difficult to grind. It means the ore is mixed with two types of ore. In this process, we use the multi-stage flotation and stages grinding. The next project case we want to share with you is gold mine in Xinhai. Xinhai it's a Xinhai large-scale gold deposit project. The gold deposit belongs to a large metallurgic belt in the greenstone belt. The greenstone belt is a very common type ore, very common type ore in West Africa. Like in Guinea, in Mali, there are a lot of deposits of this kind of gold. The weathering of the ore is relatively good, and its situated between rock gold and placer gold. 3 domestic contractors went to the mining area for investment and contractual development, where they saw that the local people used soil method for the gold prospecting, and some of the ore was similar to placer gold. They simply adopted the method of selecting placer gold according to the experience of subjective decision. The result was, of course, they failed to reach the great recovery. At present, many domestic companies, whether at home and abroad, there are problems in the processing equipment of gold placer, but the coarse and the medium-sized gold in the ore was recovered. Most of the fine and fine-grained gold has not been recovered. Finally, this company, they come to our company and they bring us the samples. We have done the test of the beneficiation test for them, and we give them the reasonable proposal and the preliminary design for the project. With our innovative process design, now there are 3 projects has constructed and running with good benefit in this area. And a lot of Chinese and other foreign companies are very interested in this process and would be like to cooperate with our company. If you are interested in it as well, you can contact with us for further communication in our WhatsApp group. The third project we want to share is a project in Iran. It's a gold mine, and a state-owned joint venture company in China has invested in this project. And the upper ore of the mine is mixed of oxidized ore and primary ore. And 3 domestic research institutes have been found to do the experiment by using gravity separation and flotation technology. But recovery is mostly about 82%. The general idea is that the gravity separation is one stage. Because the project is mixed ore, flotation recovery is difficult to improve again. So when they come to us, we give our proposal. We ask why there is only one stage of the gravity separation instead of 2 or 3 stages. So according to the new idea of enhanced gravity separation, the gold recovery rate has reached to 90%. The first project we want to talk is the iron ore in Australia. It's a large Australian iron ore with the Hong Kong company stake. The beneficiation test commissioned by a large domestic research institute shows that the ore can be easily beneficiated to 90% grade, and the content of SNP and other impurities is very low. The theoretical content of the iron is 72.35-78%. Since 70 grade is easily selected, it is easily reached. Why don't we make a higher purity iron concentrate powder? Because the market price of high purity iron powder is very high. Okay, after sharing some innovative technology of the processing and some cases, some application, of these innovative technology cases, we would like to also make some introduction about the equipment. And because the benefit of the manual processing cannot be separated from good technology design and good energy-saving and efficient equipment. Xinhai has gained about 194 patents in equipment. The first one we want to talk is the water waving shaking table. Water waving shaking table is an innovative gravity equipment. Standing wave can realize the rapid stratification of the heavy and light or particles. The different motion characteristics of the table will quickly separate the heavy and light or particles. In heavy minerals run along the table to the high end, and the light minerals run to the low end under the action of the flushing water. The separation of the fine particles and macro fine minerals has a very good effect, and the minimum gravity separation of the mineral particle size can reach 5 μm. Okay. The next one is because today we talk much about the gravity processing innovative technology. So today we may talk a lot about the gravity equipment. First one is the water wave shaking table, and this one is the diamond shaking table. The diamond table can make all particles move in different directions according to their density and particle size, and expand along the diagonal line from the feed through and the discharge along the edge of the table surface in turn. The all discharging line is very long and can accurately produce a variety of products of different quality, such as concentrate, secondary concentrate, medium concentrate, and tailings. Diamond is a kind of separation equipment with the high accuracy in separation of fine and microfine particles. When separating low-grade tungsten and tin ore, the enrichment ratio can be as high as 300 times, and the separation efficiency is generally higher than that of other fine particle gravity separation equipment. It is mainly used for the separation of gold, tungsten, tin, tantalum, niobium, chromium, and other non-ferrometals, rare metals, and precious metals, and also be used for the separation of iron, manganese ore, and coal. The effective particle size range for the separation of the metal ore is 3 to 0.019 mm. Okay, the next equipment we talk is the gravity equipment centrifugal separator. This centrifugal separator is equipped with pneumatic discharging valve with the unique design and advanced automatic control system. The concentrate can be obtained without stopping. The equipment can work continuously and only need to stop during the daily maintenance, so that the centrifugal separator has greater production capacity and can show great advantage in the separation process of non-gold and silver minerals. Earlier we talked that according to the gravity, the specific gravity and the particle size, we can divide the material into 4 types, and also the innovative process will make the innovative equipment configuration according to these 4 different types or combined. And for the further detailed information about the equipment configuration, you can ask our online service or my colleague in the WhatsApp group. We will give you the detail and explain and provide you the relative documents and the catalog. Okay, now we talk about ball mill. Ball mill is the machine. It's most important, I think, the most important in the mineral processing, because no matter in gravity, flotation, or cell plant, or heap leaching, even the wet leaching, all these types of different process we have to use ball mill. We have some unique design for our ball mill. First one is the slow transmission system. This slow transmission system, when we start the ball mill, we can firstly start the slow transmission, then switch the main motor automatically. Also, during the production, if we stop the ball mill for maintenance or some problem, when we want to restart it, we use this slow transmission system to start the ball mill. Can help to start the ball mill slowly and smoothly, because during the stop of the ball mill, the material, the slurry, the ore will be compact. But if we turn it sharply, it may be cause some problem again. So if we work with the slow transmission system, it will start the ball mill very smoothly and softly. Also, during the maintenance, if we want to change the liner of the ball mill, we can also use the slow transmission system. Because the slow transmission system, the speed of it can reach to 0.1 round per minute. The next design is ball mill feeder. Ball mill feeder, we make 3 types feeding device for the ball mill to equip it for different types and different model ball mill. Also, it makes the convenient maintenance and easy installation. Also makes the even feeding of the material. The ball mill, we can equip the jacking device for our customers if they need, because this jacking device is used to lift the ball mill cylinder when we do the maintenance. Also, it can makes the change of the ball mill liner easily, and also makes the installation very easily. And this jacking device also can make has the function with an anti-derivation device, also makes the convenient maintenance of the bearing bushing. Our ball mill, the bearing or hydrostatic bearing with full static pressure shaft. And another point for the innovative technology for the ball mill is the slurry lubrication system. This slurry lubrication system adopts the compressed air to accurately spray a small amount of lubrication onto the tooth surface that need to be lubricated. The lubrication can be firmly absorbed on the tooth surface, then a stable oil film can be formed on the surface. This lubrication system can save the cost of the lubrication materials and make the very better lubrication function. Also, the relaxation system adopts the PLC control and the electric control. The screen is visible, and the basic parameters can be set to control the each injection amount and display the working process. Okay. Also, there's one more point for the ball mill. In our ball mill design, we use the sliding bearing with rolling bearing. Replace the sliding bearing with rolling bearing. And because Xinhai will replace sliding bearing with the well-known brand double roll cylinder rolling bearing. The friction of liner contact in the rolling bearing is far less than the surface contact in the sliding bearing, which makes the power consumption of the former less than the latter. Okay, also for some small ball mills, because the installation, some buyers, some small miners, they just need a very small model of the ball mill. For these types of ball mill, we also can consider to make the whole frame foundation, whole frame of the ball mill, so that before we ship the ball mill, we make the whole frame together with the ball mill and ship it together with our customer, so that when the ball mill and equipment reach the site, doing the installation will be very easier. Just to put the whole frame with ball mill on the foundation and fasten it. Also, in the manual processing, the slurry pump and some valves are very important because all of these are the wearing parts for the production. In our design of the slurry pump and the valve, we lined the pump and we lined all the flow-through parts of the pump and the valve with the Xinhai rubber. It's kind of like wear-resistant rubber. This can extend the service life of the pump largely. For the rubber specification and more parameters and introduction, we will share it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, Xinhai is the leading company which can provide EPC turnkey project for the customer over the globe, and we have our own design institute and also a mining machinery company, installation and commissioning operation service, and we can do the management also the operation for the customers. All our projects already get through the ISO 9001 and 2015 certificate, and also get the CE certificate. Now Xinhai has completed about 500 EPC turnkey projects over the globe, and 90% of our projects are the overseas projects. With strong innovative ability, Xinhai has a large number of mechanical technical personnel and a large number of mine technical personnel. Through the combination of two categories of the technical personnel, the company has improved and developed 80% of mineral processing equipment. Now we can provide service for more than 70 kinds of ores, including gold, silver, copper, iron, lead, zinc, chromium, titanium, vanadium, and tungsten, molybdenum, manganese, arsenic, antimony, tin, rare metals, silicon ore, quartzite, feldspar, fluorite, and barite, graphite, deposit, rutile, and phosphate rocks, and so on. Also, our chairman, Mr. Yunlong Zhang, is a fellow member of the Australian Mining and Metallurgical Association and has the international recognized right to sign public report on mining technology. Xinhai's technicians are involved in more than 20 specialists, including geology, surveying, mining, mining machinery, general map transportation, mineral processing, smelting, civil engineering, water supply and drainage, tailings, power, automation, technology and economy. With nearly 200 technicians of various majors, Xinhai can carry out mining development EPC according to the standard of Australian JOG and Canadian National Instrument 43101. Okay, finally, we would like to remind all our friends to fight together with the virus pandemic. First, wear the mask and keep away from others when you have to go out. And do your best to stay indoors and away from crowds. Wash your hands frequently and avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth before you wash your hands. Cover your cough or sneeze with the tissue, then throw the tissue into the trash. Clean and disinfect frequently. Touch the object and the surface. Then finally go get exercise at home. Also, we have a soft copy of a handbook of COVID-19 prevention and treatment, which is edited by the professional Chinese experts with their rich experience of working in China. So if some people want to get this soft copy, this edition, this handbook, they can come to our WhatsApp group, and our people will share this handbook with all people. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks for Echo's sharing, and I want to say really sorry for the sudden stop because of the internet. We will miss you at next video and next live show. Today we will share our mineral processing technology document in our WhatsApp group. If you haven't come in our group, you can click the link on our comment, 然后 to join our group, and then we will share the document with you, and you can ask any questions maybe you want to know, and our customer service online will share with you and answer your questions. Thanks for your watching, and see you next live. Bye.
还没停。
没停吗？
你没点上。
点上了，停了。